Hello all, welcome to Thyview, and here is our non-spoiler review of the movie Viruman starring Karthi, Prakash Raj and Aditi Shankar and written and directed by Muthaiya. First things first, talking about my verdict of the movie, it was okay. Definitely watchable, but nothing great. Coming to the story, it is quite simple. When Viruman's mother dies, Viruman holds his father responsible for her death. As a result, he decides to grow up away from his father. Many years later, he sets out to fulfill his mother's last wishes. Whether he will succeed or not forms the rest of the story. The premise unfolds almost instantly. Within the first 10 minutes, it is clear that this will be a father-son relationship drama. Amidst all of this, there is some mother sentiment, a love track, and Viruman's bond with the other characters, but primary focus is on the brewing enmity between the father and the son. As I said earlier, Viruman is a story we have seen multiple times before when we talk about cold relationship dramas between a father and a son. Movies like Maharshi, Tiruchitrambalam comes to mind, which has a similar premise to Viruman. The only difference is that Viruman is set in the village and Thiru is set in the city. The problem is not that Viruman follows the same story. It is almost impossible to tell a truly unique story. Almost every possible trope has been explored. The real issue in Viruman is its lack of inventiveness to tell a different story. The movie seems so satisfied with giving us the same scenes that we are used to seeing from decades ago. For example, the hero introduction scene. It's no different from what we have seen in previous movies. There are repeated fight sequences and songs that are just generic in nature. Although, to the film's credit, the songs did not come in random sequences, but they also did not particularly add anything new to the story. It also did not help that the music is ordinary. Yuvan Shankar Raja, who is usually so good with his background score, lets down the proceedings. It is not bad, but it also cannot be called good, just like the movie. The scenes are also extremely convenient. Each time a character is in trouble, Viruman is always there to save the day. Whether it is to save them from the goons or to save them from the situation, Viruman is always present. Another major problem with Viruman is that the characters are not fleshed out properly. Take the character of Viruman for example. He has no real job of his own, and yet he always has lakhs of cash ready whenever anyone needs it. I was waiting till the end to see if there was an explanation for this, but I did not get it. But this is not to say that his character is not likable. It is in fact Karthi's undeniable charm that makes the film watchable. Karthi's enduring performance as Viruman makes the film engaging for the most part. Suri, who plays Karthi's best friend in the film, is also responsible for some of the laughs and he does a good job with it. However, we know nothing about him, where he comes from, or his family. Some background information would have greatly helped his character, but to his credit, he manages to generate some of the only laughs in Viruman. Aditi Shankar, who plays Karthi's love interest, puts forth a confident debut performance, but her character also suffers from some poor writing. The reason for Viruman's love for her liking towards him, and their eventual romance, none of them make sense. If there is one character, however, that connects, it is Viruman's uncle, played effortlessly by Raj Kiran. His scenes with Karthi make for some heartwarming moments. He also gets a terrific scene in the end, which is Vissalvati. But perhaps the most frustrating character of the lot is Viruman's father, played by Prakash Raj. This is not to say that his acting was bad. In fact, he was amazing in his role. Problem is with the writing. They tried making the character as evil as possible, and it comes out as a very unrealistic approach. I agree that there are evil people in the world, but this was just too much. And in addition to that, the payoff in the climax portions for his character just did not work for me. Now, looking at the technical aspects, the cinematography by Selvakumar SK stood out. The frames were rich with color when they needed to be and dull when needed. The framing in some of the scenes added a bit of flavor to the otherwise bland script. Editing by Venkat Rajin could have been crisper. The film would have benefited from some tight editing. The production values of the film are decent too, and the costumes don't seem artificial. Overall, Viruman is a convenient father-son drama that offers nothing new in terms of its screenplay. However, if you want some simple entertainment, you can give it a watch. It is streaming on the Amazon Prime Video platform. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to Thyview Reviews.